So what is up, guys? I'm back with another video. I know it's been a minute before I've spoke to y'all and since I posted on Instagram, but yeah, been having some hard times. I know I keep coming to y'all with excuses and stuff of why the engine isn't or hasn't been put in yet. It's just, I guess I learned a lot of things like while building this engine and stuff is that basically just don't cheap out on parts, and uh, it's just basically the way it goes. Just don't cheap out on parts, and then it's easier to, like, if you don't have any bills to, just actually sit there and actually build it if you don't really work and stuff. But you know it's hard actually trying to get this engine together because you have to outsource for parts, and then going from a 3.5 to a 5.7 is just fucking hard. You need all the wires and stuff. There's a lot of stuff you gotta do. Is going back and forth trying to see what all you do have and what you need, and just what's the best way to go about this stuff. And like, let me tell y'all, the 3.5 is still in a charger right now. I haven't touched that car and I don't know how long. Um, I really don't want to get rid of the car because that was my first car. Um, it just holds so much value to me, so I can't get rid of it. Um, that car when I was a sophomore in high school. That was about like 4 years ago, and yeah. So that's the reason why I can't really get rid of it, and it's just hard for me to, like, actually, I don't know, sit there and, like, actually look at it. I haven't had a car in a while, like, cause basically I was driving that car every day, and I knew because I would do my research on that car and like what that transmission was capable of, and the transmission could only hold 300 horsepower. So I kind of knew in the moment that that car was going, that transmission was going to go, but I didn't think it was going to go that soon. Um, so it's a little story time, I guess I can tell y'all. But basically, okay, so one day I was about to launch the car and I was at the stoplight, and when I tried to launch it, it didn't go nowhere. The RPMs just kept revving up and stuff, and it wouldn't move. So I tried to turn it off and turn it back on, and it still wouldn't move. So we ended up having to push my car into the garage or whatever. It's been a lot of stuff with that car. That car has been towed because people thought it was junk. I had to get that. Like, I've so many times I done went and got that car from the tow yard or whatever, because they would just tow it, and I would tell them that car, that it was basically a project car. The only thing it needed was a transmission or whatever. So, like, yeah, that car has been, like, through some shit or whatever. So basically, the reason I had the transmission within 2 months of owning, like, or the 2 months of it blowing the transmission or whatever, I had another transmission. I just thought that, well, if the transmission blew at 300 horsepower, what else is gonna go next? So I ended up trying to build the engine or whatever. I had cams, all that stuff for it, and basically when I actually had all the parts to actually start it, it wouldn't start or whatever. At first we thought it was the fuses. We changed that. We thought the battery was dead or so. We charged that. That still didn't work. We just did so much to try to, like, help that V6 start, and I even had somebody come look at it, and they said that the engine was basically locked up. So that's what led to me getting a 5.7 that we'll be talking about in a little bit. That's what led me to get that engine or whatever. So it's been about, I'm gonna say, 8 months since I've had that engine. As you know, like, V8 parts are a lot more expensive than the V6 parts. So the stroker kit for that engine is $2,000. I found an actually cheaper one. It's actually $2,000. It's gonna be basically a 392 base stroker or whatever, or a 5.7 392 stroker or whatever, however you want to say that. That's basically what it's gonna be. So as of right now, let me flip you guys around. So as of right now, we do have the block. We have the cylinder head, both of them actually. That one and that one. These are the early cylinder heads, and I heard they flow a little bit better, but the ports aren't as big. They have more velocity, I think. I've been doing a lot of stuff behind the camera because, I don't know, I just feel like I wasn't giving you guys what you actually wanted, and it takes a lot of money to do all this stuff. So, like, I can't just go out and spend money all the time. But I have the early cylinder heads. They flow a little bit more better than the big ones, but the ports are bigger, so you can fit more air, I guess. I'm not like, a professional or whatever. I'm just trying to explain what I've read. But they are gonna get CNC ported and everything. I'm gonna fix the valves. Luckily, these didn't drop a valve. They're in perfect condition, no cracks or anything. I got these for $100 at the junkyard, both of them for $100. We got the whole cylinder. I mean, the whole cylinder. We have all the wiring harness, literally everything that goes to the transmission, that goes inside the dash, everything. So, like, we don't have to worry about the wiring harness no more. All I need is the computer and the key ignition node. I have to get a new one because it's not gonna work with the one that's already in there. Let me walk over here. Yeah, the garage is messy, but we have the timing chain in here, literally all brand new, everything. We have the timing chain, we have the fuel rail right there. We have valve covers, we have the front part of the engine, I guess that's what you can call the timing cover. The thermostat housing, we actually do have a 160-degree thermostat. It's upstairs, actually. I haven't brought it down. But we have the oil pan. That's lightweight dash over there that I'm always talking about. But yeah, that's kind of the reason of why. And actually, I got two projects going on. I have the swap right there, and then I have my truck out there that we're gonna plan on raising. I'm either gonna go between 6 inches to 3 inches. I have a lot of stuff actually to put on this truck still. I have this light bar I gotta put on. It's already on, but it just needs to be like wired up. So I have that, but the wire harness is inside the truck. Let's see what else I have. Cold air intake is real big, but we have, yeah, that. Some of the stuff is like the tubing and stuff like that. It's all in there. I have lights to go in the back of the bed and the fenders and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna talk about what we need next for this engine. What we need next is basically we're gonna need an oil pump. I'm trying to find like a performance one that flows a little bit better. An income tax, which is like basically a month from now, 2 months, somewhere like that. It just basically depends on when I get mine. I'm gonna have the pistons and everything for this. So I mean, I know it's been a slow build. I know y'all been wanting to see this stuff, and I haven't really been posting, but I don't know. I just feel like I've been failing you guys and not giving you what you actually wanted and stuff. So that's why I kind of stopped posting, because I just felt like it wasn't moving along as fast as I wanted it to, and I didn't want to keep giving y'all excuses and stuff. But as you can see, I have been doing stuff behind the camera. I just felt like when I was gonna come back, I wanted to actually show y'all that I actually had progress on the engine. So like next is gonna come the headers, and then hopefully I'm actually hoping for income tax time, we're gonna get the pistons and crankshaft rods, all that squared away. So basically that'll be the last thing we really need. Well, with the computer and then the cam and all that stuff, but that's really nothing. So basically, once we get all that, I can actually take this engine to the shop and have them put it all together there, and then we can get it put into the charger or whatever. So hopefully it'll be up by March time. That's the estimated time. I don't really want to promise y'all that, but that's what I'm hoping it's gonna be at, depending on how much I get for income tax. So I actually am saving up right now, so hopefully that actually can happen. This transmission here, I just have to go back and get a different one because it's the right, like basically from there back, it's the right transmission, but the bell housing is wrong. And I've actually had my eyes on the bell housing, but they actually sold it, so I have to basically take this back and get a different one. So that's that one. I have to basically take that back. And then these are all the V6 parts over there. I've been getting rid of them slowly. So, but yeah, I just wanted to give y'all guys like a little update of where I've been at and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm hoping you guys can forgive me. So I see y'all guys in the next video, or I'll update Instagram or something. All right, guys. I hope you had a nice day.